Hey Hokie Nation, we've reached the end of the fall semester here in Blacksburg, so we wanted to relive some of the highlights from the first couple of months of the year. It's the Rundown Review, and here we go. Women's soccer started the year with an impressive squad and a number 5 ranking. Tech dominated early, a 9-0 record with wins over number 13 Georgetown, Ohio State, and VCU. The big wins continued into conference play. Number 17 Clemson, Duke, Louisville, Miami, and Syracuse all W's for Tech. The Hokies received an at-large bid for the NCAA tournament and made it to the Sweet 16 for the 3rd time in 4 years, but fell to Penn State 2-1. Tech finished 16-6 overall, 5-5 in the ACC, and set a couple of program records. Most goals scored with 60 and fewest goals allowed, 18. A handful of highlights for Coach Riley and Tech volleyball. Start with an upset of number 12 Illinois back in September. Tech followed that up with a 9-0 sweep over UNC Wilmington, Radford, and Marshall in the Hokie Invitational. Tech ended the season winning 8 of its last 9 games with a couple of home victories, one over number 21 Duke, and then a senior night win against Georgia Tech to send Jordan Fish, Catherine Kane, Megan Beckwith, and Latasha Sampson-Akban off the right way. Tech ended up 17-14 overall and 10-8 in the ACC. Coach Brissendine and the Hokies showed they're on the rise. This year, Tech notched wins over Wake Forest, the first time as an ACC opponent, North Carolina State, and George Washington. The Hokies also played close games with number 9 Syracuse and number 15 Virginia. The men finished 7-8-2 and 2-5-1 in conference play. The distance runners for Tech had a solid season. They placed 6th at the ACC Championship. The women then went on to finish 4th at the NCAA Southeast Regional, which was enough to earn an at-large bid to the NCAA Championship, just the 2nd in program history. Tech finished 25th overall at that championship. A perfect record and ranked 6th in the country, Tech Wrestling is off to a great start. Wins over number 23 North Dakota State and number 4 Ohio State on the resume so far. The ACC schedule goes into full swing starting in February as Tech looks to three-peat as conference champions. It's the middle of the year for the H2 Hokies, but off to a great start, have only lost 3 matchups so far. Otherwise, the Hokies dominated the Virginia Tech Swimming and Diving Challenge, beating Penn State, Liberty, JMU, and Old Dominion, and swept the Hokie Invitational over teams like Top 25 Alabama and South Carolina, Villanova, and Ohio. Tech starts up again January 4th as it battles Buffalo. All right, Hokie fans, well, the fall semester coming to a close, the student-athletes taking their finals, but plenty to come in the spring semester. Basketball hits conference play, baseball, softball, tennis, lacrosse, golf, all teams to watch. But don't forget, first, on December 27th, the Bowl streak lives, 22 in a row, as Coach Beamer and the Hokies head to the Military Bowl, Tech in Cincinnati. Hope to see you there. Hope to see you here in Blacksburg to cheer on the spring sports. And hope to see you back here on the Rundown in January. Until then, happy holidays and go Hokies.